What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode of Career Mode. This is episode number 141, and we start today's episode off with a game against Manchester City here in the Europa League. Round of 16, second leg here at the Etihad Stadium. We take a 3-goal lead coming into this game, so really we have the upper hand. We've just knocked City out of the FA Cup as well on the weekend, so City, they can't wait to see the back of us, but we are just dominating as things stand, and they are struggling to keep up with us. But anyway, guys, this is Sunday morning for you. If you would like another episode of Career Mode tonight, then get this video to, yes, 1,000 likes. Just that's all we need. Another 1,000 likes and I will upload another episode of Career Mode later on tonight. So let's get it done. 1,000 likes and another episode of Career Mode will be up later on tonight, and that will have another quadruple weekend for you guys. So there you go, 1,000 likes for another episode of Career Mode later on tonight. But yeah, we take on City here in the round of 16 second leg. We did have that 3-goal swing coming into this game, so we felt very confident. It was almost City who took the lead in the 42nd minute. They almost scored their first of what was needed of 3 goals, but they didn't take it, and in the 54th minute they did get the first goal after Hugo Lloris has an absolute howler. And you saw Mandanda have a howler in the first leg, and Lloris did the exact same there. He goes to punch it, he misjudges the flight of the ball, and again the goal is credited to the crosser, which was Mario Gomez, but you have to say it should have been an own goal from Lloris here, as he goes to punch it, it deflects off the top of his fists and goes behind him and into the empty net. So should have been given as a Lloris own goal, but it is City 1, Spurs 0. So they had to score 3 goals. They had the first of those 3, but even so we did feel as though the upper hand was still going to be ours, and they had to score 2 goals and they weren't really performing. And with 15 minutes to go, we made a double substitution. Welbeck and Carroll came off for Andros Townsend and Alex Pritchard, and to be honest, with 15 minutes to go, I was expecting City to put us under so much pressure and try their absolute hardest to try and get themselves back in this tie, but to be honest, they were so poor. They barely attacked whatsoever, and other than the goal Lloris gifted them, they didn't look like scoring at all. And in the 78th minute here, a great chance for us to seal the tie. Pritchard, who just came off the bench, goes on the left hand side, crosses it in, but Wickham's header goes wide of the post, so still 1-0, and if anyone was going to score, it was going to be us, really. And in the 90th minute, the game was all but over, the tie was over, we were going through to the Europa League quarter-finals. City had already conceded defeat, and you see Ross Barkley get on the ball, rolls it through to Nathaniel Klein. It's a lovely piece of skill by Klein to put the ball through the legs of Javier Mascherano, crosses the ball in, and one of the 2 substitutes, Andros Townsend, scores the goal and puts us through to the Europa League quarter-finals. So City, in a game where they needed to score 3 goals, they only scored 1, and it was a complete fluke. And you have to say, City have been eliminated from 2 competitions in just a week, and I cannot believe how bad they were in these 2 Europa League ties. In the FA Cup they weren't too bad, but in the Europa League they were shocking, and we are through to the Europa League quarter-finals. So we are through to the Europa League quarter-finals, we're through to the FA Cup semi-finals, and in a week where the stakes could not be higher, we performed, City didn't. And I have to say, I feel sorry for Manuel Pellegrini, because I think he is going to be losing his job and he is going to get sacked in the morning. But yeah, we're through to the Europa League quarter-finals, and we will be taking on Paris Saint-Germain, so that should be very, very good and very, very difficult tie for us there, but it should be good fun anyway to be involved in. But after that, we saw that we got almost 400 grand for qualifying for the next round of the Europa League, and we also found out that Nathaniel Chalobah is not happy because he's not getting on the pitch much, and it's like, oh come on man, you know you weren't going to be a first team start when you arrived. But after that, we had a game against Sweden here with France in the European Championship qualifiers. Of course, with France so far, we're yet to lose a game. We've only played about 4 games, we're yet to lose, and we beat Sweden, and we also took on another Scandinavian side, Norway, in the following game, and we also won this one as well. So 2 wins out of 2 games, and yeah, very, very nice. And as things stand, we are definitely on course to qualify for Euro 2020. But after that, we had a very, 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 very big game against Chelsea here. Now, of course, in the league, we have not been performing at all. We haven't won a game in a few games now, and things have been looking quite bleak for us in the league. In the Europa League, in the FA Cup, yeah, we're doing perfectly fine, but in the league, we are not performing, and we have slipped massively and very, very, very quickly from what was a title contending side to a side that is now in 4th place and just 1 point clear of Aston Villa in 5th. So things are looking very bleak for us in the league, and we could be dropping out of the top 4 very soon. We take on Chelsea, of course, featuring Gareth Bale up top, and we take on Chelsea, who are going to be gunning for the title. So Chelsea were definitely the side who were going to be the favourites for this game, but the first chance would come for us in the 9th minute. Daniel Sturridge got played through here. It was a great challenge, but it fell to Wickham. He found Julian Draxler, who fake shotted past one. He stopped the ball, nice piece of skill. The shot was blocked, but it came back to Draxler, and it's a really, really, really scrappy goal, but I don't care. because Draxler gets his second goal in 3 games as he somehow defies the laws of physics and falls through the ball boy there. And yeah, Draxler gets the goal and it makes it Chelsea 0, Spurs 1. So we go in front here, and yeah, it's fantastic for us to be leading in this game at Stamford Bridge. In the 8th minute, a lovely little back heel by Wickham found Draxler as he intercepted a Corre. He went through one-on-one against Courtois. What a chance to make it 2 goals in just 10 minutes for the German. Courtois tips it up in the air and it was cleared off the line. So Chelsea almost falling behind by 2 goals here, but as Lamela goes down the left-hand side here and swings it back, Chelsea do manage to get the ball away, but it was still 1-0. We were dominating really. Chelsea weren't performing very well, and in the 14th minute, Chelsea have the ball here with Juan Mata, the Spaniard. He rolls the ball forward to Van Ginkel. He finds Nathan Ake. Ake plays the ball out wide to Victor Moses, takes on Eric Lamela down the right-hand side here. He scored at White Hart Lane. He rolls it through to Gareth Bale, and it's a great stop by Lloris. So Bale, I'm just desperate for him to not score against us here, and it's still Chelsea 0, Spurs 1. In the 21st minute, Brian Carrasco goes down the right-hand side. A lovely little ball spin by him, then a fake shot gets around Ryan Bertrand, keeps on going, swings it across to the far post. Connor Wickham wins the header, beats Azpilicueta and finds the back of the net. So Wickham makes it Chelsea 0, Spurs 2, and Chelsea, the title contenders, look nothing like that. They were behind by 2 goals to 0 with just 22 minutes played, and we were in the driving seat. But in the 42nd minute, a great chance for Chelsea. Saw Andre Schürrle go down the left-hand side. He keeps on going. He beats Steven Corker, rolls it back to Ryan Bertrand here down the left-hand side. He keeps on going, swings it across, but the header is well saved by Hugo Lloris. So he made a bit of a howler in the game in midweek against City, but he made a very good save there. So it's still 2-0. And then the 64th minute, Mata rolls the ball forward to Atsu here. He finds Gareth Bale. Bale gets on the ball and picks out Victor Moses, but again, Lloris makes a very, very good save. So he is playing for a position next year, Lloris, because I'm thinking about replacing him. But he is playing very well as things stand. So he is doing everything he can to keep his place, and he makes another good save there. So Hugo Lloris knows that he's going to be under pressure, and all these games he's going to be playing in for the rest of the season, he needs to perform well in. He was doing very well here, and it's still Chelsea 0, Spurs 2. And in the 90th minute, the game was sealed. We were looking for that 3rd goal, but unfortunately Brian Carrasco pulls up as we played the ball forward to him. So this is a real problem at the moment. We're playing so many games in quick succession, and unfortunately because of that, the players, we're starting players that are on like light green to yellow stamina, and of course because I'm someone that abuses the right trigger, it does mean that they do pull up quite frequently, and unfortunately every now and then you do find those players get injured as well. So Carrasco pulled up there, and as you'll see, we won the game by 2 goals to 0, which is great, but of course the Carrasco getting injured did take the spice off it a little bit, and he is going to be out for 3 weeks, so that's a bit of a shame. He is going to miss the Europa League quarterfinals against Paris Saint-Germain, and it's a real shame to see him get injured, because he is of course a crucial member of the first team squad. So Carrasco's out injured for 3 weeks, but I was just very pleased to get our first win in the league in about 6 games and beat the title contenders Chelsea and try and cement our place in the top 4. After that though, we did see that our scout has returned. Of course in the last episode, or maybe the episode before that, we brought a scout future star from the catalogue. He's returned. He's found us a German centre midfielder with 78 to 94 potential, Boris Okzikpa. That's not how you pronounce that, is it? I'm just going to call him Boris from now on. Boris, the CM from Germany, looks okay. It's a real shame that he's a CM though, because we don't need a CM at all. That's probably the area we didn't want it to be the most, because our CM area is the strongest in the squad. So I kind of would have hoped for it to be on the wings, or possibly a fullback as well, just for cover. But really, we don't need a centre midfielder, so that's a bit of a shame. We'll promote him at the start of next season and try and send him out on loan, but we don't really need him, and it's a real shame that he was a centre midfielder. But anyway, after that we look at the squad report, because we are now into a new month. We have entered April, or yeah, it's April, isn't it? We've sorry, no, we've entered March, not April. Jesus, we're entered March, and we can take a look at the squad report and see how the players are doing. And yeah, as I said, every single time we look at the squad report, which does come out at the start of every month, every time we look at the squad report, I sit there and think, you know, where can we improve next year? All the players are so good, and in reality, all we really need to do is look to sell on Cameron Lancaster and Christian Ceballos and possibly Ryan Fredericks. All of the rest of the players, I'm perfectly happy keeping at the club. So we're doing very well as things stand, and with 10 games to go, we are in 3rd place. We're 3 points clear of Villa in 5th, and yeah, top 4 finish is the priority. And it is April. Why did I say March? I knew it was April, but I said March. But anyway, we're still looking to cement our place in the top 4, and yeah, hopefully we can do that come the end of the season. But as always, guys, big thank you for watching the video. Don't forget 1,000 likes for another episode of Career Mode, and here is a preview of that episode, which you could see later on tonight. So here's the return of the previews, and hopefully you enjoy it. I knew it would be a very difficult game, to be honest, and the first chance of this game would fall in the 8th minute as Hugo Lloris gets on the ball. We chip over the top towards Cher, but I didn't see that Ezekiel was tracking back, and he made the challenge. Verratti played him through. Ezekiel went 1-on-1. Great save by Lloris, and the shot was well blocked by Corca after Sukuna striked it. So really good chance for PSG, and a very, very good start to what would be a very lively game. PSG almost taking the lead, but from the corner here, it's crossed